everybody, this is Sean. I am here with my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend, Amy, and we are here to do something I would like to call Ask Amy. So, it's basically going to be a series of videos where we're both here and kind of discussing our experience together, because I'm transgender and I'm the one transitioning, but Amy, as my partner, is going to be going on this journey with me, and that's something that we've found there's kind of lacking out there in the YouTube video world of spouses and partners and their experience with this. So we wanted to share that. So do you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Like Sean said, my name is Amy. I'm soon to be 30, which is kind of exciting. And I moved here about a year and a half ago for a job, and so I'm a mental health counselor. Yeah. Anything else?
What do you like to do for fun?
I like to dance.
She's a great dancer.
I like to take a bubble bath with candles and a glass of wine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, should we get going with some of these questions?
Sure.
So, just so you guys know, we kind of thought through some of the questions that we've got from my friends and some of Amy's friends and coworkers as we've come out. And so we're just going to kind of go through some of those, and as we get new questions or new situations or whatever, we're going to share that with you guys. So hopefully it'll be a help. So, ready? First question?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you feel about my transition? And are you going to break up with me?
No, I'm not going to break up with you.
Okay. Good.
That was never a thought in my mind.
We've actually gotten that question, though, so.
Yeah. I feel great about the transition. I mean, I'm fully supportive of it because I feel like it's who you are, and just from the way that you talk about yourself and talk about your body and the way you kind of view yourself, it just makes a lot of sense. I think that part of the transition that I kind of wasn't necessarily thinking about before it happened was kind of the emotional part of it that would come up for me. And so, like, watching you come out to people, and kind of your, like, worry about that beforehand, and that kind of anxiety, I kind of pick up on that too. And so that's been kind of difficult, but also seen all these wonderful people that do support you, has been really encouraging and uplifting and made me really excited for you.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had overwhelmingly good response, so that's been really cool to see. Mm-hmm. All right, next question that's come up is about labels and how we label each other. Do you want to take this first?
Labels as in for each other?
What are you? Are you gay? Are you straight? Okay. Are you bi?
I identify as queer. When I first came out, I identified as gay. There's a lot of political reasons for that in the gay community, but basically, I feel very comfortable with the term queer because it's more encompassing of who I feel like I am, and I don't really feel boxed in by that. So, yeah.
So you're not changing from, like, a lesbian to a straight person?
No.
With the transition?
No.
Okay.
My identity stays the same regardless of your physical changes.
Sure. Okay. And I guess for me, I've always kind of identified as gay, and I came out as gay about 8 years ago. And now I'm not really sure what to label myself if I have to. I think we both don't like labels, but a lot of folks want to have a label and want to know how to define someone by a label. So, my answer is I don't know right now. I mean, I'm a trans guy. I'm still attracted to women. So I guess that could be straight. Could still fall into the gay category, but I think queer is, like you said, overarching, or encompassing. So, yeah, I guess. Who knows? I love this girl, and that's where I'm at. So, anyways, this is a totally off the subject question that you're never gonna guess, but what has been your favorite date thus far with me?
I would have to say it was when we went on an impromptu picnic and we watched the sunset over the lake. And then we danced under the stars.
That sounds really romantic.
It was.
Okay, back to serious question. Have your views changed on how you think or relate to me as Sean versus when I was Sarah?
No. You as a person have not changed. The person that I fell in love with is still you, regardless of your name or physical changes that you undergo. I think people go through changes all the time and improve on themselves and, you know, find ways to better express who they are. And I think that's what you're doing. So I think the only way that I relate to you differently would be the labels, like the male pronouns and Sean. So.
Gotcha. Do you think that it will change in the future as more changes happen with me?
And how I relate to you, I don't think so. I mean, I think that our relationship is growing and we're kind of growing on this journey together. And so, I mean, I think that those changes are going to be there, but I don't think that how I relate to you is going to change because you're physically different.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, next and final question is, have you had a coming out experience through this? I know I've talked about my experience coming out to people, but do you feel like that's something you've had to do too?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't been able to come out to, or haven't really shared it with a lot of people because most of my friends and family are a few states away. And so it doesn't just usually come up. But I have told my mom, and she's very supportive, and told close friends here. And so my mom and my close friends here have been using male pronouns and your chosen name. I have told my coworkers, and they were really supportive. They're a little bit older than I am, so I think that they had more questions because they just weren't familiar with the term transgender and kind of what that process looks like and what it means for us in our relationship. But they're very encouraging and supportive.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of support and good responses from people, so that has been really awesome. Well, like I said, that was the last question for this session, so we are going to be kind of keeping track of things as they come up and other questions we get down the road. We both kind of felt like this was something that wasn't out there a ton of, you know, both partners in a relationship and their experiences with one partner transitioning. So we're hoping that we can be of some help to somebody out there. And if you have any questions or think of anything, feel free to send a comment or an email. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these. We're going to do these every so often when things come up. So stay tuned for the next Ask Amy segment with beautiful Amy. And we'll keep you posted as we go along. Anything else?
Nope.
Cool. Well, have a great night, guys, and we'll see you next time.